All right. Hello, everybody. Let's see if I can get my chat popped out. There we go. Yeah. Hope everybody's doing good today. Let's see. Going live. So let's see. All right. What the heck is another TV viewer? Who is that anyway? All right, I'm just going to describe the deck a little bit. Typical Naya humans was lacking some answers for board wipes, like destroy all creatures. Doesn't really help. The changes I made don't help against like farewell with exile, but it does help against blood on the snow, all of those types of things. So I had replaced Snakeskin Veil with Tamio's Safekeeping because it gives hexproof and indestructible, so that really helps against targeted exile or board wipe indestructibles, destroys. I had thrown in a Kappa Tech Wrecker, mainly because I just needed at least one answer to artifacts or enchantments that I don't normally have an answer to. This has good answers to a lot of creatures with the Brutal Cathar. You can really loop that by flipping Night and Day. I also wanted a way to get a card back from the graveyard, so I threw this kind of land in here. Lastly, a couple of tweaks I'm not sure are going to work out well or not, but I did put in the Sigardia Champion of Light because, I mean, this is mostly humans, so that could work really well. And the Cloaked Cadet for card draw. I'm not sure that's going to work out well either. My lands I've changed up a lot. The typical deck had 4 Caves of the Frost Dragon. It's just not always the right solution. It's expensive to kick off, and so Den of the Bugbear is cheaper, and even cheaper than that at times is Lair of the Hydra. And Lair of the Hydra did actually help me win a couple of games. I also wanted some channel lands in here. I got both Siege Who Endures to yet another way to get rid of artifacts and enchantments that I can't target as creatures. And I got Anjo Seat of the Empire just for some direct damage capabilities when I can. I thought that using these as lands is also good because channel is not like casting a spell. So cards like Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, or Redain don't add their tax to this. Only if you like target a creature does it have ward. Additionally, I've really found out some really good ways to use this deck to survive. At first, I thought it was an aggro deck, but now I find out it's more like a mid-range deck or tempo or something. I don't know what to call them all because I'm not that good at Magic. But we're going to go ahead and go. I do have a sideboard here, but we're just doing best of one, so I'm not going to get too deep into it. I might trade out the Cloaked Cadet for the Ava Bruck Caretaker because when I'm using her and I'm flipping Night Day, it just makes everything like people just scoop. But she's hard to get out at 6 mana on this deck. I'm running fewer lands. This one has 22 with the Shajiri Shelter and the Bala Ged Recovery. But, the standard Naya Humans deck only had 21. This has 22, I think. because I needed a little more RAM to get out this Cloaked Cadet. So we're going to go ahead and give it a shot in Standard, which I know how to play. Here we go, Standard rank. And then I'm also playing a tournament on the 28th, the last Saturday of 26th, I guess, last Saturday of March, and it's a best of 3 tournament. So I really want to start practicing and getting a little bit of my own twist on the deck before it gets out there. When I'm presented with these lands and whatnot, I often need to, have to kind of think about the cards that are coming through. I don't have a lot of reds. I only have 2 red cards, or cards that need red. One is Halana and Helena, and then the other is Showdown of the Skalds. So I typically only need 1 red, but I have a lot of green, especially when it comes to Tamio safekeeping. That has been really helpful in like preventing the board wipe. Let's see if he reveals a land. A land. It might be mana hard, so that'd be all right. I'm going to play this tap land first because I don't have a first round play. And it opens me up first. Alright, that's rough. Okay, this is an enchantment deck, so I have to play pretty defensively here. I found that best to play defensively until I get my Brutal Cathars and I can start taking out their enchantment creatures. So Thalia is really good here. But if I drop her now and this opponent has the like Circle of Protection or something else, then it's gonna hurt. Doesn't have an answer for Thalia right now, so that's actually really helpful for us. Need more white, so I'll just drop the plains. Now, Redain is less helpful in this deck as Redain, unless you're going to use him as an attacker, because all of their cards are less than 4 mana, and they really kick butt with them. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop the Luminarch Aspirant. Will I attack? If I attack this round, I'm just not going to attack this round. He's just going to pump this guy up and hit me hard next round. So, let's see if you have that. I do not like the Ham Hunt. This deck is specifically why I put the answers to enchantments in here. Once I get up to 7 and everything's flying, it's a bad day for Thalia and company. Since I don't have any protections, like wards or anything like that, I can drop the next Luminarch, but I think I want to start the Legion Angel train. So this one, getting that out early is not horrible. That means I'm going to go ahead and attack with Thalia this round. Down to the Skalds. Well, the good news is that because of Thalia, that still cost that opponent 4 mana. He's got the Runeforged Champion, which if without Thalia, they just like throw down runes because it's, you only pay 1 to cast a rune, and then he makes it less. So they just like play all these runes and draw all these cards. It's pretty nuts. But we're not going to let that happen. The only way I have to protect Thalia right now is with Thokvira's Protective Shield. So I'm going to throw that out. What the heck? I just feel like next round he's really going to hit me hard. But I am going to get this Legion Angel. His first strike's really helpful. This is going to hurt, because he's going to drop a lot of +1/+1s with his Showdown of the Skalds here. We're on the Naturalist, I think. He'll cast a couple of... Well, here's at least one enchantment, if not multiple. He also has the Rune of Might. So that's going to cost him 1 mana. This other one's going to cost him 1. He's dropping at least 2 enchantments. Probably 3. Nope, just 2 because he's his land. But, like, that's going to hurt. Because he's going to get some more spirits. Spirits are going here. You know, this is the first time I've seen light bar stack. Are these auras? They are, but... what are the 1 mana aura cards out there? Got my little Starbuckies ready to go. So good. Alright, these +1/+1s. Alright, so... Okay, so he doesn't have a 1-point aura. That's good. That's good. I'm wondering if he has some 2 or 3-point auras, or if this is just a jank. Oh, there he is! Rune of Flight. Forgot about that one. So is that only 1 point because of the Runeforge champion? Must be. That's interesting. Had not considered that. Okay, so I can see his game here. Alright, so here I'm going to not block. I'm going to take 5 because I got the shield. He's got a blocker here. So... Oh, I also put a Prediguard Stronghold in here. In case I need some light games. Alright, I think this is time for the Intrepid Adversary to make an appearance. So let's see. Let's do a little math here. Let's say there's like 3 more runes in there. That light pause is going to get big. And the Naturalist is also going to get big. This is just a bad scene for me. I don't have any of my Brutal Cathars, so this is a problem. I'd considered putting in the Skyclave Apparitions, but they're not as good. They don't wield. Even though they can pull other permanents off, they don't loot, rather. I'm going to go for life gain here. And then I might double block with the Adversary and 1,000. Run over and got some beeps on the phone. Too early? Nope. Oh! Snap, that's... Well, now they're free auras, and that's not awesome. And he's got the answer. This one is unfortunately a bad round. It would have been a lot better if I had the Brutal Cathars. I had an answer for the Jukai Naturalist. And I didn't get any of my other answers for enchantments or artifacts either, so... Yeah, this one looks pretty lost. I'm going to go ahead and play it out a little bit more. See where it goes. I will lose the Adversary and the Aspirant in order to take out the Naturalist. But all of those spirits are just going to overwhelm me next round. Depends on what he does this round. Is opponent going to wait? Looks like he does enough damage to kill the Adversary. Yeah, this. I know this deck has no answer for this. That's rough. I think I named it. Okay, there it is, and there's the good game. Yeah, I really had to get rid of that Howler. Had 0 answers for it. Not this round. Let's go again. My deck is about 50-50 on those Celestia enchanted decks. I call this Neo Naya humans because I splash a lot of Neo cards, but actually I also splash some non Neo cards in here. Splash is the wrong term. But that's typically how that deck performs before my modifications against the Celestial enchantments. Okay, I'm going to probably drop the overgrown farmland first, get that tap land out of the way. I guess I will do my cap attack record. Frost Dragon. Sundown Fast. Alright, so the Chaplain of Alms is really good when... I mean, it's just first strike and ward 1, and if they kill it... I love that against every other card ward. Because of that combined with Tamio Safekeeping and the shield is just pretty rough. So now this person is playing... Red, blue, white. It's not going to feel good. I have a suspicion that the card up there in exile is a wipe. Doomsday or whatever that is. Doomscar. And that's okay, because Chaplain of Alms, oh man, so much better. I mean, it's a 4-cost spell. I'm going to go ahead and drop in another green here, and I'm going to get the shield. It usually shuts down aggro decks. I just don't know what kind of, or heavy damage decks. I just don't know what kind of deck this person's running yet. So it only does 3 damage. Whatever, but hopefully it's Cameo's Keeping or something. Raven. Alright. Drop this as white. And bring out Redain, because Redain's going to be pretty useful for, I guess, in this fight. Yeah, so it's about a bunch of spells in this deck. I want to slow them down as much as possible. So I got these wards, I got spell tax, we're ready to go. Except we're going to be taking a lot of damage. Alright, so we got 7 mana on the opponent's side. Probably a lobster deck. I'm not. There's a 10-minute save. I'm not pleased about the lobster deck because I didn't get the cards out I needed in order to defeat the lobster deck. If I do this, I have enough for Tamia, so I'll do so. Will I block? I don't know. We'll see. I'm not feeling happy about it. That's good. I like it when the opponent's instance costs all their mana. Feed my fish here. I love feeding fish. I don't like the fact that for this card, it's actually going to get more cards to choose from, which is nice. So let's see. Let's say I attack him. I guess it'll depend on where he throws all his damage. Will I try and protect? I think I need to keep all these guys out. Oh, I really really dislike this one. Playing against this deck. Good show. Ah, good show. Good show. And trample. Okay. This is pretty ouchy. So even if I block, I only save 4. He does 6. I guess I take it. I really hate that amplifier spell. What do I got? I do have an answer here, so I'm gonna drop Predacard. And definitely the Brutal Cathar. I think Brutal Cathar is gonna take the gold span first. See what they have to prevent this from happening. I like this because Brutal Cathar is protected by both 2 ward 1s and Tamiyo Sea of Healing, so I might get my loop going. We shall see. The opponent is just thinking, trying to figure out what they want to do. X equals 3. Unfortunately, you won't be able to do that because of my wards. You do get one of those, though. Let's resolve. Oh, okay, that way. What does this do? You may exile any number of blue cards. X target you just phase out, so resolve. I already got rid of you, so we're good. Excellent. Got him. Love that spell. Boom. See that double combo really gets him. I didn't think it would cancel the spell before it targeted his own creature. But he could have targeted his own creature. Alright, I'm going to make him pay the 2 wards. I will block, and of course, kill one. Not, as the case may be. See, what he did there is probably just took the recommended damage thing, which is why I turned this on in the settings. When he came to attack, this is protecting 1 damage from every time it does, damage to me, and the auto damage selector will say, oh, out of 4 damage, it'll assign 3 to this guy and 1 to this guy. Well, 3 minus 1 is 2, so that doesn't kill him, and 1 minus 1 is 0, so that doesn't kill him either. And yeah, that just made him scoop. Ooh, I didn't think I'd have a way out of that one. Nice. Let's see who our next opponent is. I'll go ahead and post this deck list, I guess, on my Twitter. I mean, it's not the most fabulous deck, but right now the best we're looking at is between 50 and 60% win rates on most of these decks that are out there in the standard format right now, at least according to Untapped. So this is rough. So I do have 2 lands, which is typical of a draw with this deck with so few lands that it has. I feel like if I had 2 more lands, I'd more typically get 3 or 4. But it's a legendary land, and I have to rely upon drawing a land. And I'm not going to be sitting here with a Chaplain of Arms. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Alright, this one has 3 lands, and I have all the colors I need. But I have no early spells. Also a pretty terrible one. All right, we'll see if the opponent mulligans. If they mulligan, I might mulligan again. If they don't, I think I might have to just try and wait this one out. I guess I would toss the Valorous Stance because I need Showdown of the Skulls later to draw more cards. And Tamio's safekeeping is cheaper. And they kept the hand, so I'm going to keep this. Toss Valorous Stance. I do have one more of those in there, but it's pretty helpful to like. All right, let's do later. Guess I should have done Rockfall Veil. I cast it on, so I. Alright, Rockfall Veil is probably coming next. Yum. Alright, so Tail of Hydra will come out tapped, but I still have no play. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to need that card later to be able to do anything. Oh, man. I think I just lost. We'll see. We'll see. What am I going to draw? Give me something good. Not at all what I need. So, I can drop Helena and Alina. Whatever. But I feel like he's just going to pop it. So I'm going to do Showdown of the Skulls. How much? This is rough. He's going to do 2, 3, 8 points of damage. We're down to 7. Is it worth it? I guess this is my only hope. Like protection. Oh no! But I can get rid of the power on. What is this gonna do me? That was an awful. The only creatures I have are Helena and Elena. Yeah, a little too late on the Thalia, I think. Alright, I'm gonna play the forest. I can't channel out of exile, so that's what sucks about that card. If I play Thalia, I can protect her, but I'm just dead. Like there's no way out of this one. That was just a horrible. I should have. You know, just a couple of bad hands there. Alright, looks like I have to go in about 8 minutes, so I'm just gonna do one more game and see how it plays out. Sometimes you get those bad draws right in a row. Oh, the Magic player has never rewoed their draws. Okay, this'll do. I'm gonna play the Branch Law pathway as white first. No, I'm gonna play. I'm more worried about. Probably because I just played a couple of but it's a pretty popular deck right now. Let's see. All right, this is gonna come out as green then. Sometimes I fish to get that Chaplain of Alms killed. Like I'm a little reckless with him because I really prefer the flipped card side of that card. There he is. I need the Thraben. I don't have the Thraben. I can. Okay, so I can use Besieger Who Endures to pop the Jukai Naturalist. Or I can use it as a land. This is tough. I think I need to use it as a land. So sad. Pop that there, make a card of kill. Come in. Rip it out. We already I can just get one more set of cards, one more mana, and she gets out. Oh, it has to be white now. Maybe I should have popped that as white. I do have 3 humans with different powers. Oh, it's just an angel. Is human scout lifelink? That's not really a lifelink. I don't know if this one counts twice with the first strike and ward and disturb. You have training? What? Yes, I will absolutely sacrifice. He needs to go. Not what I wanted to see. But I'm going to go ahead and cast him anyway because I need another creature. Probably should have the chaplain back. I do not like the Kami Transients. Alright, what do we got? You know, as far as lands go, I'm going to call that one all right. Humans I control get +1/+1. Hello, Chaplain of Alms. So I replaced, oh, I should have attacked with the bait. I replaced, what's that? Adeline, the human knight that gives you the attack. Power is equal to the number of creatures you have, with Sigarda, the Champion of Light, because I wanted to see what I could do with humans. Now we're going to see what sort of answer this deck has. That's what I would use. Same answer that could have used against us. I'm not too disturbed about it. Oh, looks like they're kind of low on cards. I'm okay with this. So it's time for the Legion Angel Train. I wonder if it's worth putting 2 Legion Angels in your deck. Probably not. Sometimes you pop the Legion Angel on a showdown. I don't cast him because he's too expensive. It's just other cards. Alright, I think I'm going to keep Chaplain of Alms back next turn because I need him to die so I can get my ward. Typically, these guys don't have direct damage in these decks. For whatever reason, they run more enchantments and they don't do any like Master's Rebukes or anything like that. Or, although I have seen that inscription, green inscription, which will do the direct damage from one creature to another. Which is not fun, but... Well, what a very polite, hey, please wait for me to think. That was. I'm thinking, their thinking is math. Alright, so they could cast up to 3, which would give them 6 +1/+1 counters, which is not great for me. So drop that on the Kami. And that one's going to go on the Kami as well. So you're going to get a 4/4 Kami with Trample and Life. Okay, Lifelink. Hoping for another rune, I think this person is. I will absolutely trade this angel. I'm not taking that bait. A little white here. I do have the Valorous Stance. And the Cloaked Cadet. I don't have anything that gives any +1/+1 counters right now, so I think what I'm gonna do is, oh, I got a friend here. Yeah, come on in. Is it locked? No. Okay. Attack. My friend Abe just stood up. Let's see if he wants to pop in. Nope, just streaming. Scald. So, okay, I'm going to let him put all the players units on Kami and Transients. I'm actually going to wait to use my next round when he puts a lot of +1/+1 counters on it. I'll just have to take it this turn. So he's going to get 6 back. Well, I don't let me think about that. I might have lethal if I pop him. So if he attacks... yeah, I should kill this flyers here. So I'm going to kill the Kami Transients with the Valor. And the scoop. Alright. So I'm going to go ahead and leave because D&D time. Didn't quite make it to diamond level, but that's alright. And hope you all have a good day.